Om Sai Ram, children. This is Paati. I have a story for you, and the name of the story is The Kookaburra Who Could Not Laugh. There was once a young kookaburra who lived in the bush. His friends knew him as Cookie. He had a sharp beak, a quick eye to spot mice and snakes in the long grass, as that was what he was eating. He had strong wings to soar up high above the trees. But one thing he did not have was a laugh. Now, everyone knows that kookaburras laugh, but Cookie could not laugh, no matter how hard he tried. He would listen to all the other kookaburras laughing as the sun came up in the morning and went down in the evening. How magnificent they sound! And he used to think to himself, he would take a big kookaburra breath, fluff up his feathers, point his beak to the sky, and then nothing. Just could not laugh. One day, this sad spectacle was witnessed by a passing emu. She had never seen such a strange sight as little Cookie, with his puffed up eyes making these awful sounds, and said, "You poor fellow, do you have a cough?" "No, I don't have a cough," sobbed Cookie through his tears. "I'm trying to laugh and be like my elders." The emu cocked her head to one side. "Can I help?" she asked kindly. "Oh, yes, please," begged Cookie. "I feel like giving up," he said. The emu settled down on her haunches. "Little kookaburra," she said softly, "I will tell you 3 things. Number 1, you should never give up. Number 2, remember that good things are worth working hard for. Number 3, you have to believe with all your heart that there's nothing you cannot do if you put your mind to it." Cookie listened to what she said and thought about it very hard. "Thank you," she said. "I won't forget," said Cookie. That evening, the little kookaburra had an opportunity to practice what the emu had taught him, for there, hanging from a branch by his tail, was a big brown possum. Cookie admired the way his strong, thick tail curled around the branch of the tree so that he would not fall, while at the same time he was just casually eating an apple that he held firmly between his front paws. And then, remembering the emu's words, Cookie whispered to himself, "I believe there's nothing I can't do if I put my mind to it." So the little kookaburra shut his eyes and believed very hard that he could also hang from the branch. He flew up into the nearby gum tree, wrapped his claws around the branch tightly, and let his body hang down. And the little kookaburra did hang down, just like the possum, but only for 2 seconds. Certainly not enough time to eat an apple, because his claws started to slip off the branch with the weight of his body. He dug them in deeper. His claws hurt with the effort of trying to hold on, but it was of no use. He gave a last desperate squawk. Then down fell Cookie, crashing to the ground in a shower of leaves and twigs. Little Kookaburra went home to bed. He said, "I will try again tomorrow." Good things are worth working hard for. That's what the emu said. So the next day the little kookaburra tried again and again till his little claws were chipped and broken. "I must never give up," he thought. So he tried wrapping his tail feathers around the branch instead, but it continued to slide off and crash to the ground. By midday, the little kookaburra was exhausted, bruised, and battered. The emu discovered him lying on the ground in his unhappy condition. "My little friend, what has happened to you?" he asked kindly, arching her long neck down to inspect him closely. Through his tears, Cookie explained everything that had happened. "I never gave up. I tried and tried. I believed with all my heart," said Cookie tearfully. The emu laughed quietly to herself at how silly Cookie had been, but she turned her face away so that he would not see it. She did not want to hurt his feelings. The emu settled down on her haunches once again and said, My little friend, fish can swim under the water because they were made that way. But you are not a fish. Kangaroos can jump for very long distances. They were made with strong back legs to do so. But you are not a kangaroo. And possums can hang from branches by their tails because they were given long, strong tails to do so. But you, little possum, you are a kookaburra. And kookaburras were made to laugh. You have everything you need to do so. The little kookaburra suddenly understood what the emu meant. He was a kookaburra, and he already had everything in him that would make him laugh. But it did not happen straight away. All afternoon he tried and believed and believed. Finally, as the sun was going down, the little kookaburra sat on the branch high up in a tree by the sunset. He fluffed up his feathers, took a deep kookaburra breath, raised his beak to the sky, and as his kookaburra laugh lifted into the night, the rest of the kookaburras joined him in a chorus of joy and laughter. And he laughed and laughed and laughed. So, I do have a video so that you can listen to how the kookaburra laughs. And the lesson here is that you must have self-confidence. You need to believe in whatever you can do. And you must try and not give up. Thank you for listening and goodbye.